Were you seeing red today? We certainly did. Today, we go red for women in the tri-state. It's an initiative started by the American Heart Association to increase awareness about heart health in women. Today, the American Heart Association held a virtual luncheon to help fight heart disease and stroke in tri-state women. I was proud and honored to be a part of it. Our goal was to raise at least $5,000 for research and tools to educate women on how they can reduce their risk of heart disease, which, by the way, is the #1 killer disease of women. And thanks to many donors today, we exceeded that goal, reaching more than $7,000. Organizers say this initiative isn't just about wearing red or hearing heart health facts. It's about making a commitment to your health as well as others. And Go Red organizers say awareness is critical in that, now more than ever. They encourage everyone to spread the message, and one tri-state woman is doing just that by sharing her story of survival. Here's Terri Steinback.
My name's Terri Steinback, and I was diagnosed with heart failure, extreme heart failure, December 6th. I was a hairdresser for 20 some odd years, and then I was driving a school bus for 20 some odd years. Driving a school bus is extremely stressful. I guess I shouldn't say that, but it's got a lot of fun times, but it's stressful because you're on a tight schedule. And I got to where I was working almost 10 hours a day. I'd had experiences where I was just exhausted all the time, but I was working a lot of hours, and I was fortunate enough to be able to park my bus here at home. I'd get to the side of the bus and get around the back, and I'd be like, so then I get as far as here and sit down in that chair and try to get up enough energy to go any further. When I say energy, what I'm really saying is breathing. You know, I thought of it as just being out of shape, but when it comes down to it, I couldn't catch my breath. And I'd sit there and rest, and then I'd come through the door, and sometimes, and this is how stupid, how can you ignore this? I'd come this far and sit down here sometimes. I've been known, probably did one or the other. And then I get to the landing and stop and rest against the wall. And the whole time I'd think, how am I this out of shape? How did I let myself get this out of shape? I can't tell you when this started, but I knew I was getting more exhausted and not being able to do things more and more all the time. So actually, one day I was between runs because I would drive all day long, and I needed to go to the UPS store on Pearl Drive. I parked across the street in the movie theater parking lot, which is empty all the time. And I came around the front of the bus, and I was already tired. And I get halfway across Pearl Drive, and I thought, I need to sit down. I can't make it any further. And I was just so exhausted. That's when I knew this isn't right. You're not out of shape. You don't weigh 300 pounds. It shouldn't be that hard to get across the street. You know, the very last day that I parked my bus and came up the stairs, I didn't realize that would be my last day. It's just funny how life can change in a day's time. My dad died of heart failure when he was only 60. When the doctor came in and said, you have severe heart failure, I was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. With Dad, that was back in 1989, and he was told not to exercise, not to exert himself, strict diet. So my thoughts at that time were, okay, I'm going to spend the rest of my life laying around, not doing anything. So when she said, you know, we're starting you up with physical therapy, the first day I went, I wasn't doing much, and that was like the very next week. I mean, it was right away. My husband dropped me off at the door at Gateway, and the elevator was over there. So I thought, all right, I can walk to the elevator. I mean, I was scared. As soon as they get there, they check your blood pressure, and they weigh you, And then they put the heart monitor on, and then right away it's like you're getting on bicycles and ellipticals, and you're like, wow, you know, should I be doing that? You know, and they start you out slow, of course, and they monitor you very well. And I couldn't believe how much I was able to do by the time it was over with. Women need to listen to their bodies more. We're so busy, and we work and we come home and have to worry about all the things at home, and that if I had listened to my body at least 2 years ago, I wouldn't have probably been down to a 10% EF, that I wouldn't have so far to go to get my health back in order. I just let myself go too long, and we need to listen. I'm very blessed because I have a good family who are taking very good care of me. At this point, they won't even let me drive because I have a defibrillator vest on. But I just feel like I'm in very good hands, and that takes a lot of stress off, knowing that you're being very well taken care of. If you keep doing all the things you're supposed to do and exercise, yeah, I do believe I'm going to get it back up and hope to see my grandkids get married.